Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And you might have noticed I've been using this as a background or a backdrop on my little table here. This is a Carhartt Tool Roll. It's designed to, load with tools and you roll the thing up. Big old Carhartt logo there. I use a lot of Carhartt stuff. I like their gloves and their jackets, even their t-shirts. Got a handle here. So what I did is I had picked up this Carhartt Tool Roll. In the past, I had another Tool Roll, not a Carhartt, but it was similar to this. I think it might have been a Leathercraft, and I got it because I thought that just seems like such a great idea. And it was reminiscent of my childhood. I remember one time when I was a little kid, and my mom had her sewing machine out, and she said, "What do you want to make?" And I said, I want to make a tool roll. And this is actually what we made together, and I was probably about 5 when we did this, single stitched. Got an old piece of this late 60s, 70s corduroy. Probably love the color. And then measured out some lines and ran a stitch down it. It folds over. It actually works really well that way as long as you don't have a tool more than about 6 inches. And then we used a shoelace here. So you could literally roll this thing up and then use the shoelace to tie it off. That's what I wanted when I was a kid. And then when I was a little bit older and got my first car, guess what my mom made me? Look at that. Another tool roll, but this one for longer tools. You can barely see the stitching, but there's one pocket. There's another pocket. So it's got like 3 big pockets. And I use this thing forever. And basically, again, similar thing. You'd roll up the tools and I could tie it off. We went with another piece of kind of similar colored shoelace. This one even still has the little end piece on it. And, I like tool rolls. But once I got more tools, I ended up needing something bigger. So that's when I started going to gate mouth bags, etc. But I picked this up thinking, I want to try a tool roll again. And I started exploring this thing. And here's what happened. And so here is my pile extra snap-on tools. And let's load this thing up. See what happens. So I'll drop there's a snap-on, adjustable wrench there. Here's a snap-on scraper. Here's a screwdriver. Put the logo up so you can see. Where is it? I guess it's there. How about a long one here? Maybe a nice pair of pliers. Drop those in that small slot there. How about a couple of more size screwdrivers, long slotted, little tiny number 2 or number 1 Phillips, another slotted screwdriver. Maybe I can put 2 in one slot there. Let's go ahead and load that up. Pair of pliers, drop those right in there. Here's another wrench. Maybe I'll try to fit that in there. Maybe, I don't know if those would fit in there. I can try it. I'll put them maybe here. No, they don't fit there. What if I swap them there? Try that. Maybe I'll run this way. What else do I got? Could I fit a headlamp anywhere? This is Milwaukee. There we go. Stuff, well, I don't know. Maybe I can put it in one of these pouches out over there. That'll work. Ooh, I need a ratcheting screwdriver. I'll drop that in there. So anyway, you get the idea. And then the concept is I've got some small parts up here in this little thing, and then I can roll this up. And doesn't that look nice? And I've got these adjustable buckles here. So I'll give myself a little bit extra room to snap those shut. Snap those shut there. There's 1. And here's 2. And I can already see I've got, some of the same problems that I had with a previous version of a tool roll that I tried. I'll try to get that adjusted. There we go. Pull that out and snap that shut. So here's my tool roll. Looks good. Well, that's what I run into the first time, is that the tools fall out of it because it doesn't have a cover. The other thing I ran into is I had to open the whole thing up in order to get any particular tool. And that's what I liked about the gate mouth bags, is I could reach in, grab the one tool. I don't need to see the whole thing. You know, it isn't some, you know, spy torture setup where I have to unroll it and give the, you know, the victim some idea as to where this could go. Har, 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 I'm gonna... But anyway, what I ended up doing is what you see now is I use this as a backdrop because I simply can't find a good use for it. But I'm sure there's one out there. So help me find a use for this thing. I've tried to figure out what fits in here that are functional tools, and I can't do it. You know, I've played around with larger tools, smaller tools. They still fall out. I don't know what you'd put in here. Cables for a computer. I only use a couple now. What do you do with a tool roll? It's a really nice, solid, kind of weatherproof Carhartt tool roll. What can I do with it besides use it as a new placemat or backdrop for my videos? Anyway, let me know in the comments. And with that, Doc out.